Hey y'all, welcome back. So something that happened recently, kind of a random kind of fluke thing, was I put some of my goods, some of my leather craft, some of my woodworking into this little shop, like a maker's market, artisan mill type situation where you've seen the shops, little vendors just have a shelf space and then multiple vendors in the same building. Got an email 2 days ago that the person that's running ours said, hey, they found mold somewhere. It's an older place downtown in Sevierville. And they said, we need you to come get your stuff and we'll figure something out. Whether they're going to continue that we can rent there or find a new place, we're not sure yet. So what I have in the bin is the stuff that I had there. So I figured now's a good time to show you kind of stuff that I had there at the moment and the stuff I'm kind of experimenting with, what I'm making, what I like doing with. So let's have a look, shall we? What I really been like doing with the leather stuff is little patches. I love patches. Oh, they're fun little ways to commemorate a trip or something like that. And so I've been trying to make some and do different things, especially with leather. I really like leather. I'm working on little patches like that, putting some Velcro on the back so you can stick them on a bag that's got the Velcro or whatever. So I have a couple little designs there. See, there we go. So the tree's kind of becoming my logo as of late. I'm really digging this kind of real simple nature vibe. So that's kind of really what I've been liking to do. What else? I did a couple little keychains. And I had another one here. Those are all trees. Oh, and then I have one that's a little mountain with a sun. So that's been a lot of fun. Also kind of translate into kind of a keychain situation. So that's kind of what I've been experimenting with. On the leather side of things, something really small. Plus also I have a bracelet that I made that you can see is just basically trees around it. So it's kind of been my obsession lately. And then also for my display, I also had little black cards for some prices and some of the storytelling, like what it is about me that people may want to know as a maker, as an artist. So I would just take these little black cards. It's like cardstock. And so I would make a little sign, handcrafted goods, etc., etc., inspired by the raw simplicity of the outdoors, stuff like that. So that's kind of what that's about. A couple of the leather pieces are like these little catch-all trays. These are about 8 inches or 9 inches across, hexagons. This one's obviously a white leather. This one's kind of a cool, kind of a saddle leather look to it. And so kind of been making some of those little catch-all things. What else is here? A couple pieces of just stock material for future projects. Something else I really like doing with used pieces is kind of more of a rustic vibe. Like this is a feather that I found, which I found it just kind of on a walk at one point, and it just seemed like the perfect feather. When you think of a feather, like it's white, it's just the shape is perfect. And I had this old barnwood, so I kind of whipped together this little frame, kind of put this little shelf bracket there, fastened it to it. So just a cool little wall hanging piece. So that was kind of fun to make. Real rustic vibe. Couple cutting boards, nothing crazy. Just kind of some maple butcher block type things, and just added a kind of fun little strap to the corner. So I had a couple of those in the shop. They're 8 by 16 or so in size. So I have a couple of those, and then I also have handmade but not kind of handmade. Are these are just kind of a tile. I guess I'm calling them decorative tiles. They're about 12 by 12, and you can just mount them on the wall. This was kind of a big game series I did. So I'm in the Smokies, so bears, everywhere around here. But sometimes I had a couple different designs and hang these in a square, gallery style or whatever, and kind of have a collage going on. So I had a couple of those made. I had one that were really cool, that were fishing flies, silhouettes, and those were really cool. That was kind of a whole series. That was a really neat piece as well. So that's kind of what I had in that shop, and I don't know, we'll find out where they want to go next, what they want to do, if they're going to fix it, go back into that place, or if they're going to find a new place to rent and kind of be somewhere else. So just got started. I literally had started, I was there 2 weeks. I started paying rent, I guess, or committed to being there just a few weeks ago. And after 2 weeks, they said, hey, we have a situation. So we need to pivot and work something else out. So one of these days I'll dig into what's going on with leather and the tools I'm using and what I'm learning about it. Yeah, so we'll get there at some point, but that's just kind of a life update. And like I said, this channel is about being real, what's going on, what's happening. And that was my day yesterday. So as it is, you know, YouTube is algorithms, right? Like, subscribe, comment, do the things so we can work on this stuff together and go through life and figure it out. Life's an adventure, man. So we just got to keep on trucking. So we'll see you next time.